So Senator Sheldon Whitehouse recently said that now would be the right time for Breyer to retire, given what Mitch McConnell has said about blocking, any nominee if they take over in 2024 and 2023. I got news for you. If they were in charge today, it'd be over. There'd be no chance. But anyway, White House did say, I don't know that senators trying to tell you what to do makes that decision easier rather than harder. And there was a report in the Boston Globe. Breyer said he was worried about public misperceptions of justices as junior level politicians. This is last April. During a 2-hour lecture at Harvard Law School, he expressed a deep fear that the nation's highest court could lose public trust if its members are seen to be guided by politics. And I get that philosophically, and timing your retirement to benefit one party rather than another is certainly a way that people do that, but it's not a new thing. It's not like if he does it, oh, now that's a thing. That is definitely a thing. Choosing justices is 100% a political process. Has been manipulated by an ever increasing amount of partisanship. Like Mitch McConnell has fundamentally, I think, changed the rules. He can reference the 1880s all he wants. He has set the rules for this going forward. And I think the most important point is the point you made that regardless of what we think he should do, calling for it probably isn't going to influence the outcome. So maybe there's no point in it anyway. I'm very worried about something happening. And then even if, like let's say that he retires and we have those 5 to 6 months, are we 100% sure that Joe Manchin and Sinema aren't gonna try to use their newfound power, not necessarily to sink it as they are with legislation, but to have a huge amount of influence over who the nominee is gonna be, potentially dragging on the process? I don't know, David, do you worry about that?
Here's the good news in all this, John, that I think there's plenty of room for people who are worried, and I count myself among those who are worried, but I think there's plenty of room for people to say, hey, Justice Breyer on a step down. We did a video about that on Rebel HQ and the dangers. I think it's fine for those videos, for the commentary, for the pressure to be out there. I also think it's fine if Justice Breyer wants to say, hey, I want a little bit more time. I'm gonna give this another Supreme Court term and we'll see how things go. Everybody can express what they want. He's a grown man, gonna be 83 years old. He's been on the court a long time. He has seen a lot. I'm sure he can handle the pressure. It may not influence him at all, but that's okay. He can take it. And so I think people should feel free to say what they want.
Okay. Well, if you know the justice, feel free to share this video with him. We'll see what he thinks.
I don't know him, so I can't help you with that. But I'm sure he's aware.
I'm sure somebody watching this must have. Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.